Google's official reveal of the Pixel 4's design was confirmed in the leaks. And it looked much like Apple's rumored iPhone 11. The Pixel was famous for copying Apple's decisions. For example, in the first Pixel, the front bezel was almost exactly like Apple's 6S's, but without the home button, as shown here. And the second, Google Pixel 2, they had removed the headphone jack just 1 year after mocking Apple for doing that. Later, Apple came out with their record-breaking iPhone 10, and they copied again, but this time they decided to copy the notch that everyone seemed to hate, and it was ugly at best. Now, copying iPhone 11's ugly cameras on the back is just the natural progression. The camera bumps are officially set to be the next indignity that smartphone owners will be forced to suffer. You may say the iPhone 11 and Pixel 4 didn't invent the giant bulge. The Huawei Mate 20 Pro did. But they had put it in the center, made it smaller and not ugly, and made it symmetrical, so that does not count. The problem isn't that Apple and Google have decided that that is it. It's the domino effect that their designs have on the rest of the industry. The square camera isn't a particularly good look, but it's now one that has Apple's and Google's branding attached to it. That means we'll almost certainly see popping up on different devices in the future. After all, if you're a smaller phone company or a company that literally cannot make good phones like Google, being mistaken for an iPhone is practically the dream. And opining these conspicuous camera blocks are the fastest way to get in the lump of almost the same but cheaper category. Remember the oversized notch on the iPhone 10? That was quickly copied by what feels like nearly every smartphone company, or when most of the flagship phones killed off the headphone jack. We're only just now starting to see phones shake off the effects of those changes. It's not entirely Apple and Google's fault. Part of it is simple engineering, with manufacturers constantly trying to one-up each other with better cameras and multi-lens arrays. And motion sensors. There's only so much room inside of the phone to actually put things when they're trying to fit 3 cameras like the iPhone 11 is, 4 cameras like the Samsung Galaxy S10 5G, or even 5 cameras like the Nokia 9 PureView. You have to accept that that is a significant portion of the back of the phone that will be taken up by those sensors. But there are still ways to do it without making the phone look horrible. And sadly, Apple does not want to take that approach, because that meant they had to lose their tradition of having the camera on the top left corner. And Google decided to copy once again. Unfortunately, it is unlikely that that will change anytime soon, considering how slow Apple is to roll out new designs in their hardware. And it's easy to imagine that we'll be stuck with these massive camera modules for 2 to 3 years at least. Better start to get used to the square. Alright, this is the entire video. Click here to subscribe to my channel. Here is my second channel, and this is my iOS 13 video. And this is my 2019 MacBook Pro unboxing. So be sure to watch both of them, and bye.